Welcome to the Activity Call Live. Brought to you today from beautiful Burlington, North Carolina. Now let's hear it for our host, our president and CEO, Andy.
I need a little bit. Hey, let me tell y'all something. I hope, I don't care nothing about you cheering for me, but what I do care about you cheering about is the opportunity and your future represented up in here on these calls. I'm going to try to cut this call short today because y'all need to get to work and I need to get to work. And I'm not going to cover, I want to give you recognition. Megan Wood. How about that for recognition? She's not everything. Well, we talk about the recruiters. Who's my recruiters? Olga and Jason, Andy Riddle. How many of y'all recruited somebody this week? Raise your hand if you put somebody in class this week. Raise your hand if you got somebody licensed and contracted this week. Licensed and contracted this week. Brandon Bill, who did you get in? Tell me something good.
And who didn't we get in? We contracted a lot of good people, man. I'm really excited about this gal, Katarina. She's out in South Carolina. She's getting started up. She's got her NatCon ticket. She's ready to rock and roll, man.
How much is it? What's her name?
Katarina.
Katarina?
Yes, sir.
Something I was going to do. Oh, I know what I was looking for. Here we go. Nope, that's the wrong way. I want to introduce you to somebody, Bill. I've been trying to call you. Wrong side. Let me try again. Oh, here he is, right here. Give him a shout out there, Scott.
What's up?
Bill.
What's up, brother?
Can you see him?
I'll stand up.
Yep. What's up,
Hey,
big
look,
guy?
this is better if you see him stand up. Come here. This makes more impression if I stand up. That's who I wanted you to meet. You'll see him soon enough, but what impression did you get just right there? Did you get an impression right there?
Not really. He's not big enough.
He's not big enough for you to notice. His name is
He's
Scott.
about the size of
He just
Riddle.
got contracted. He looks like the size of Riddle. That's funny. Who else got somebody good you want me to tell me about? Matter of fact, you might even have him on the show.
Hey, Andy, I
one
got
of them
him
is
on
coming
here.
on the show right now. She should
Who
be
is that?
getting, her name is Jerry, but she goes by Gigi. She's just outside of Dallas. She's one of the select few that's going to be coming to integrity, man. I'm so fired about this girl. She's got heart, passion, desire, ambition, pretty much everything we're looking for. She should be hopping on.
So, I've heard incredible stuff about her from Eduardo, who should be walking in my office any minute. Hey, guys, listen. When you have somebody good, you need to sling them to the front, like in girls rollerblade racing, when they sling them up to the front. When you got somebody, put them on, if you got a WhatsApp or what's that other thing they use, Telegraph or Telegraph, whatever it is, where you got a group, a private group that nobody else can see. Also, y'all see what Mike Guerra does with all his people. First of all, Emily, he puts everybody he gets up there and says they're great. He don't just put the ones he thinks are great. He puts them all up there and says they're great. If you don't put your person's picture up there, you're telling me that you don't think they're great. And usually they will live up to the reputation that you put on their head. You with me? That's why I think he's going to be great. I think she's going to be great. I think that one's going to be great because I believe People usually raise up to the expectation. Who else had somebody? You raise your hand. Who you got, Marcus Richardson?
Valerie Taylor out of Atlanta, Georgia. She's actually direct to Kyle, and she's hungry, so she's been out getting it, calling me every day on appointments.
Hey, Valerie.
Hey, nice to meet you.
All right, so she's in Atlanta.
Yes.
Talk to me, Davies.
I got brand new direct qualified agency manager Martez Washington on the call with us today.
Martez Washington, also known as the guy that hired Lenoris.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you what, if every truck driver sells like your brother sells, hire 6 more.
Sound like a winner.
Are you a truck driver also?
No, sir. Not at all. Not at all.
Has your brother quit his job yet?
That he has. He said he's making too much money. He done triple income.
Tripled his income. How much was he making as a truck driver?
Oh, man. He was making about 55, something like that.
And now he done tripled his income selling insurance.
Yes, absolutely.
Here's my concern with his brother. Never sold insurance, never sold nothing, making $150,000. The problem is he quits his job. You got to be careful because they got money coming in like this. If you're making $20,000 a month, you're going to have $5,000 a month chargebacks. Okay? So if you make $20,000, and then you sell nothing, you're going to owe the company $15,000. You got to keep selling. You hear what I'm saying, Martez?
Absolutely. You couldn't say it no better, Mr. Andy. Couldn't say it no better. Absolutely. Got to keep that train rolling.
The train got to keep rolling because if the engine stops, the tail end of that damn train is going to crawl up like a train wreck like you ain't seen since they had one over there in Moscow. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly. Yep.
That's a great way to look at it. If you, the engine, and you right in business, and you slow down or stop, there is a trail of dookie behind you coming in the form of steel. And it's going to cram it up the back end of your engine.
Yes, sir.
That make sense?
Yes, sir.
Tell your brother to keep going. Don't be taking no Christmas breaks. I didn't say he can't take off for Christmas Day, but he can't take off the Christmas month.
Gotcha.
Like herding cats. I don't mean Adam. All right, who else got somebody big? Mr. Cat. Oh, there's Cats right there. Riddle, you got somebody? You done recruited somebody?
Yeah. I have on here John Beverly. He's in Atlanta. He's been with us a little bit, but he's a college football coach. So his season's over and he's getting back plugged in. He put 3 new agents in class this week and is fired up to build up Atlanta.
Where's he coach?
Coaching at Clark Atlanta University, Andy.
Where's he at? Raise your hand so I see you. I see a lot of faces. All right, good deal. All right. I'm gonna tell you what, bro. We just put in 2 or 3 NFL players, national champion basketball player. Our athletic group is getting strong, bro. I mean, really strong as far as the people that we're putting in. So if you guys get together in January, we try to get together before then, introduce you on the phone. But if you guys will tag team, see, when Columbus first discovered that the earth was round, 99% of the people thought he was full of dookie, and they didn't believe it. But then one other guy who was on the ship told his cousin, he said, no, I was with him. We did not fall off the face of the earth and climb back on. We went to another property and came our butt back. And they're like, did you really? He's like, yeah, check this out. I got this stick over there. You ain't never seen a stick like this from here. And he's like, well, it might be true. And then another guy said it. Another guy said it. Now 99% of the people believe it. Now 1% of the people, they don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? You said some people don't believe the earth is round. Yes, this is true. It's a big world out there and people believe some crazy stuff. So it took a while for the pendulum. So when you get you making money, your truck driver brother making money, we got the NFL player making money, we got the NBA player making money, we got the high-low operator making money, we got a high-low operator making $200,000. His name is Jeremico. I didn't even know what a high-low operator was. He said sometimes the forks be high, sometimes they be low. I said, bro, you drive a fork truck. He said, we call it a high-low up in Michigan, or Detroit. I said, all right. You see what I'm saying? We got the whole scheme of things, and when everybody says it, and they show you the bank account, you show them your bank account, you show them your bank account, show them what you get in the positive, people go like, oh, well, this might be real. I might take a cruise on Carnival Cruise Lines now that I know I ain't going to fall off the face of the earth. You see what I'm saying? You've got to convince them, and it takes multiple people to convince people of this. And everybody's saying the same thing. Yeah, I made money. Yeah, I made money. I had this one guy, Bill, this one guy I know, he's telling one of my friends, he said, I've hired 128 people and only got like 4 selling. I was like, sounds like to me that guy is not motivational. But he was saying that doesn't work that good. The company is not that good, is what he was inferring. And I was like, dude, you've got 4 people selling. You should be selling that you have 4 people selling, not that 127 didn't. You understand how many people apply to NC State University and don't get in? They apply to the Tar Heel School and they don't get to go in. It don't mean that they don't accept anybody. You understand? It's like, it's what you say. You with me? If we all say the same thing, then we're going to kill it. You tracking with me? Blows my mind what people do to shoot themselves in the foot. Is that Matthew Hughes on there? Hughes, to hell. EMT, baby. Save the world.
How you doing? I'm trying to.
Who invited you? Who invited you on this call?
Adam Katz.
Woo-hoo. Adam Katz. There's another helicopter savior. Mark Burrows. What's up, Mark?
Mr. Andy, how you doing? Doing great.
I'm good. Tell everybody what you do for a living, job-wise, this on the side.
Yeah, I fly for a hospital network, fly EMS helicopters. So basically, sit on my butt all day until the call comes in, then my hair's on fire for a while, and I come back and sit.
What do you do while you're sitting?
Work clients, call people, recruit.
Make money. Talked to Todd yesterday. Did he tell you?
No, he didn't. I heard you've been talking to him, but he's a rock star. He's out there just doing it.
Todd, he's hired by you, right?
I found Nobu, and Nobu found Todd.
Okay, so he's on your team, but he's under Nobu. Okay. Yeah, he was trying to get in touch with somebody, and Jake was taking his mom to. Did Jake tell you I met his mom yesterday, Belle?
Yes, he did, Andy, and thank you so much for that. She respects the heck out of you. She knows what an impact you've made on, I'm going to cry, on our lives. And Jake being the only child, she really is involved in what our family does. And for you to take the time to talk to her yesterday was a big deal. And I appreciate that very much.
I think it'd be okay if I said something about it, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Jake sent me a picture of his mom. He says she's going to hospice. I ain't never met his mom. I better do it now, right? I FaceTimed her. She's in the hospital. She's trying to fix her hair. I said, good to meet you. I said, I hate to meet you under circumstances. She said, everybody got to go some way. I said, me too. I got to go sometime soon. And she is just, it's crazy that she was talking to me like she's going to live 20 more years. And just, yeah, I'm so excited about my son and proud of what he did and glad that y'all hooked up. And you served with Jake, didn't you, Mark?
I did. We flew in combat together. Mm-hmm.
Him and I talk. You ain't good at talking about yourself, but you be good at talking about Jake. Tell him what kind of person Jake is and how he served.
Jake was always the guy that people would go to. He was always there, always had a great attitude. And, when the chips were down, he was the first one that would pick up and go do things, and people would just kind of fall in behind him. And so he's always one taking on those extra duties. And
tell him what kind of thing he would do, though. Nobody has no idea what you mean. Like when he said he would pick up and do, it's not like pick up and go help somebody move their furniture.
So I was shot down in Iraq in 2007. And it was pretty bad. We were getting shot at by the enemy. It's pretty traumatic, and luckily we both made it out. But I needed some time off. We were already severely short-staffed, trying to support the ground troops. We were part of a surge. And So we were already well overworked and past our flat hour requirements, seeing the flight doc every month. And Jake was the first guy to jump up and say, I'll take his missions so he can have a break. Just stuff like that.
We're not talking about holiday tour missions. He would go to work, go to battle, as he would say. And that's the kind of person that this woman raised, Jake Krause. You with me? So I want to meet the woman that raised Jake, because it didn't just happen. You know what I mean? All right. So anybody else got somebody on here? I don't want to miss them. Who we got, Terry?
Hey, Andy, we got Chelsea Fennell hot out of a house onto the TWC. She is the sister of Mia Fennell. She's just as tall as Mia, and twin towers is what I call them. When they come around, I stand in the chair so they don't be eyeballing me. But Chelsea Fennell is out in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's kicking butt, taking names, getting consistent every week. Just really proud of what she's doing. So Chelsea Fennell is on the call.
I see Chelsea. I have heard about you from your sister. She's been bragging on you. Who else raised their hand? Mr. Davey. Oh, Leventovich.
Yes, sir. Hey, Andy, we've got Blake Fiandaca out in New Hampshire. He's hired by his mother, Vicky Silver, part of Jan Miller's team. And he's been writing life apps, Medicare apps, and getting people into class this week.
Is he on here?
He is.
Raise your hand.
Wave at him.
All right, Blake. Did you raise your hand, Emily? What's say, Blake?
No, thanks for having me on.
Who else raised your hand? Yes, sir. Look forward to meeting you in person. Who else? Anybody else? Emily, did you invite somebody? Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Emily. I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
Later. I got you now.
Okay. I've got Kurt Jones on the call. He is right over qualifying for Alaska. He's already issued over 12 grand this month and got a team coming on strong.
I do not. Is that Kurt? Yeah, I see Kurt. Kurt's in the car with a seatbelt. What's up, Kurt? Been hearing good things about you from Mr. Katz, too. All right. Yeah, we do have stuff going on all the time. You need to lean in. Brandon Bill mentioned that I was going to take a few people to headquarters. If you're interested in being a leader, lean in to Leventovich, lean in to me, lean in to Diane Lampy, lean in so we know that you want to do stuff. See, it's funny because people go like, why didn't you invite me? I go, I didn't know you were interested. Like, why didn't you invite me to the basketball game? I didn't know you want to go sometime. Some guy just told me the other day, said, I'd like to go with you sometime. Great. Next game, here we go. I got to know, right? So if you have people, listen, we are currently recruiting maniacs. We're currently recruiting winners. We're currently recruiting people with ambition, okay? The thing is, when you say you got ambition, we're going to invite you to do something extra. And if you got no money to do anything extra, we're confused because we're in the insurance business where you can print money, where we have 21-year-olds, wave Emily, where we have 21 years old that are paying all their bills and $20,000 cash sitting in the bank. Print money, right? So then when we say meet us here, you don't go like, now, you start all that, and then we'll go like, come on, man. We need somebody that says, all right, what time? Okay, what time? So we're looking for people with ambition and resources, if that makes sense. Okay. So, couple things to get rolling. I'm not going to get into too much recognition. I'm going to say, please, on individual, cut and paste, circle your person's name, put it on a private Facebook. Circle your person's name, put it on your WhatsApp or your Telegram or whatever your messaging system. Recognize greatness. Send it to me, copy them. Recognition is free, and it's worth more than money. It's crazy, though, how many people won't take a minute of their time to recognize people and acknowledge people. And you say, well, I called and told him, oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. Post it for the neighborhood like you would do if it's your kid. You with me? Okay, all right. 3 simple things that I would love to hear you repeat one time, Mr. Bill, Marcus Richardson, when you're talking to people. Greatest decision I've made, Marcus, is to pour everything into building this business. I just got through talking to a guy. He's very successful. He nets about $500,000 in his business, but he's frustrated as hell, knows that this business is better. He knows this business is better. He knows he can take it to $3 million income. This $500,000 is a pain. He don't know how to get out of it. He's always in it. Can't get out of it. Got a couple of homes, okay? A couple of nice homes. He calls me. He says, I'm frustrated. Of course you are. You're trying to do something different. It's called the game. Like if you're in the game and like you're playing against the other team, they're trying to score on you, right? We say you shouldn't be frustrated. You're tired. You're in a fight. You're drained. You're out of your comfort zone when you're in the middle of a game. After the game, we have a celebration. The question is, what are you going to do next? Winners win, celebrate, and start again practicing for the next event. It's not frustration if you know you're going to win. It's not frustration if you know what you're doing it for. If you know it's a process. Winning is a process. Life is a process. The greatest decision I've made, Mike Leventovich, is to get into the process of building this business. It was genius. Not that I'm a genius. I just picked the right answer. One of my friends, one of my dear, dear friends, has some health issues. And they're going, God, I wish I'd have built this business. And I'm like, I know. Now our message needs to be to you and to you and to you. Build the business. Like Andy don't like selling. Oh, I love selling. Who sold something this week? Tell me about it. Bill, did you sell something? Brandon, did you sell something? What did you sell this week, Bill?
Sold 2 index universal life policies and 1 final expense policy.
How much premium?
Premium was just a little bit over 10,000.
Not a bad week, huh?
Not at all. It could be better.
3 sales. Be better. Forrester's giveaway. I do want to mention Rianne Clove. She was with me in Aruba trying to tell me how to pronounce her name. I hope I got it right. Anybody know? You gonna go with Clow? Clove. Ryan. It's the first name I screw up. Ryan Clove. Hey, Ryan, good job. Right now you're on track to win $8,000 from Forrester's by being number 2 in the production. Caroline, I said Paul, P-A-U-G-H, in track to win $6,500. For making money, she's going to win $6,500. I've talked to Caroline. I don't think any job she's ever paid $6,500 a month, ever in her life. She's on track to get that in cash. Forrester's. Tony Smith that I don't know. Riddle, who is this Tony Smith guy that's going to win $5,500?
He's a newer guy out of St. Louis, Missouri. Been with us for about 2 months now.
2 months, and he's number 4 with Forrester's.
Yeah, he's written a couple of big policies in there as well, but I mean, they all count, man. They all add up.
Yeah, they do. CVS, Mercedes, Kyle, money there too. Money, I'll tell you what, greatest decision I've ever made was to build this business decision, and get people to sell insurance. I'm not against selling insurance. I love selling insurance. I love for people to sell insurance. Andy, sounds like you about recruiting and building and selling. Right. This is correct. We say, what if my strength is sales? Recruit. What if my recruiting is sales? Recruit. What if my recruiting strength is recruiting? Sell. These are the 3 things that we do. What you're not good is singing. Quit practicing. You're wasting your time. What you're not good is art. I've seen your drawings. You suck. That'd be like telling Tiger Woods not to practice putting because his long game is what he's great at. He's got to putt also to win. You got to do all to win. Fortunately for us, it's 3 things: recruiting, selling, building. I decided to build. Building means finding people. Jeff Wright was talking about what he does, and he said, not everybody can do what I do, Andy, helping people get started. I said, find people that are good at what you do, bro. Find people that are good at doing what you do and teach them how to do what you do so that they ain't dependent on you. Find and teach. That's build. Find and teach. Find the persons that are capable quickly and then teach them how to do it. It's not a complicated business unless you complicate it. You complicating it would say, I'm not good at recruiting, I'm good at selling, therefore I'm not going to recruit. That is complicating the snot out of it. Anybody can recruit, anybody can sell. Okay, great decision. Number 2, we've got great leaders. This is not all our great leaders. I see other great leaders that are not on this call. I see Diane Lampy is a great leader. Mr. Davies is a great leader. I was telling somebody yesterday, had an intense conversation. I said, Mr. Davies is as good. How much money is in there? Mr. Davies is as good as anybody I've ever met at keeping it between the lines, not getting too excited, not getting too depressed, and moving forward. He's a great leader. If his people would emulate that, not get so depressed and mad, not get so happy and go out and run naked through the streets. People got videos of you posted. Now you got to listen to all that junk the rest of your life. It's a combination of just staying calm and keeping moving forward. Does that make sense? How much money you got there?
A little over 39.
Huh?
A little over 39.
A little over 30,000?
Yeah.
You ain't counting the rest?
Yeah, a little over 39.
A little over 39?
Yeah.
Like 39,000. Is the rest over there?
Yeah.
That looks like some hundreds over there.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Well, you should count that to get it over 40. Then it would be 40,000 and something.
Oh, okay.
Ain't got time to count that. I'm delegating. Number 2, we got great leaders. Number 3, now is nothing compared to the future. Cuz, how long you been in insurance? 29 years. You ain't seen nothing yet, but the future's brighter. You hear that? Somebody that Jan's recruiting? You got that Gardner guy going? You got Cuz? You got Blake right there? Blake, let's go. We're meeting people every day. Every day, somebody's getting in this business. The future is ours. The future's better than our past. Andy, you don't know what happened to me. Let me ask you this. Matthew Hughes, Brandon Manley, what is the value of dwelling? People say, my house? No, what's the value of dwelling? Dwelling on something that happened to you in your past. I have so many people. That is their number one hang-up. I've got PTSD, what happened to me at this company. I got PTSD from this happened to this girl, what this girl done to me. Wait a minute, are you not going to date anymore? That's an interesting decision. Like something that happened in the past and they got burned. If all I thought about was how many times I got burned, if all I did was dwell in it, I could not focus on the future. So people stop. That's why you get young people, 23, 22, 24, 25, 26, 7. They ain't been screwed and tattooed so many times yet. If you get a guy who's 50, he's been burned. He's been toasted. He's been stabbed in the back. He's been robbed. He's been embezzled. You name it. It's happened to him. If he keeps thinking about that, then he won't take a chance with the next Yahoo. You with me? I'm not going to put money into that. I've been burned. Dude, the story of my life. Here's the way it goes down. People laugh at me. Okay? I've got a gold mine over here. I start people laugh at me. Next thing you know, they ain't talking about it no more. That's called the quiet period. Next thing you know, remember when I encouraged you? No, I don't remember when you encouraged me to put money in the gold mine. You with me? Remember when I got my insurance license? Oh, great. You was into Amway. Now you're into insurance. Amway didn't work. Now you're into insurance. Ha, ha, ha. After about a year, 2 years, they didn't even comment. They didn't laugh at me. They didn't tell me I was doing good. Didn't tell me I was doing bad. Nothing. It's like they ignored it because I kept doing it. Later on, they go, you remember when I encouraged you to do that insurance thing? Like, no, I don't remember you encouraging me to do nothing in my life. I remember you laughing at me, and I remember when you didn't comment. That's the way it goes down. If you focus on the future, I can predict your future. If you focus on the past, I can predict your future. Does that make sense? That's why the rear view mirror is so little, because you're supposed to look more of what's coming at you than you are what's coming from behind you. That's why the mirror is so little, because it don't matter as much as the big screen in front of you. Making sense? Big screen, baby. Let's go. Okay. Your biggest asset that you can appreciate is people. You try to take anything, your social media, your house, your investment portfolio, and you try to appreciate it, get it to go up. Very challenging. With a person, you can triple or quadruple their value easy. Okay? Now, appreciation, like I appreciate you. Okay? So if I'm going like Clay, I appreciate you. Ashton, I appreciate you. Selena, I appreciate you. Appreciating your house, you treat your house with respect. With people, you appreciate them. You treat your house with respect, you ain't gonna get jacked. You don't deteriorate it. Right? If you take care of your house, you don't deteriorate. You take care of a person, they will appreciate. You appreciate them, and then they appreciate. Does that make sense? So here's the thing. How many people do you have to appreciate? And that's been my secret. I hope Christian's on the phone. I hope half the people that I recruited in the last 4 weeks are on the phone or on this thing watching, because I'm trying to keep in touch with them and appreciate them because they will quadruple, quintuple in value, 10x in value. Think about this. You meet a person and you're nice to them and you tell them you can help them. Okay? And then you help them. They get their license. They start selling. You make 10%. They're happy. They're making $10,000 a month. You're happy. You're making another $1,000 a month coming in. Now, when it comes to carrying around $1,000 cash or $10,000 cash or $40,000, you don't think as much about it because of the appreciation that you have. You see what I'm saying? So my appreciation for people is what's got me there. All right? And I was talking to a guy. He said, I just feel like my upline dismisses me, or I don't think about me. How do you convince people? How do you convince people that you think about them? So if I did this, if I raise your hand, if I've sent you a text in the last 4 weeks that says, how you doing? Just touching base. How's life? How's your business? How's your boyfriend? How's your girlfriend? How's your college education? How's your kids? How many people actually, some of you it's like every day and some of you it's every week, but how many of you do that or don't do that? That's a form of appreciation, figuring out how to add value. Also, having opinions. Okay, think about this, Riddle. I'm talking to you, Riddle. I've got a guy who's telling me what I should do. Okay? How am I going to tell him what to do? Does that make any sense? In other words, you telling me how to run my business. I got a stack of $40,000 cash stacked up and an $85,000 watch, and you're telling me how to run a business. I want to hear what you got to say, and I'm going to listen to you one time. And I'm going to go, got it. I've heard that before. I agree with you. I'm working on that. Now I've got some conversations for you, Mr. Caterpillar. Does that make sense? But if you go, no, Andy, you ain't listening. I heard what you said. I got it. I will take your advice. Now, would you like something? See what I'm saying? Like I can't fight them if they keep saying, you ain't listening to me. I heard what you said. What do you want me to do? Does that make sense? Like, I heard what you said. What do you want me to do? I'm going to work on it, but I can't work on it now. I got 10 things I need for you to do because I have opinions. You see what I'm saying? And now watch this. I'm going to go, hey, good to see you. How's kids? How's wife? All that. But my deal is, if I don't give you some candor, if I don't give you some facts, if I don't give you matter-of-fact stuff, I probably don't care about you. How about that? If I don't give you some matter-of-fact stuff, I don't care about you. Get your insurance license. There's a matter of fact. It's more important than community college. It's more important than, it hurts me to say this, it's more important than NC State. Damn sure more important than Carolina. It's more important than your writing course. I'm going to take a writing course. How about I give you 10 books on writing, and you read those 10 books on writing? Well, I'd rather sit in the class and be bored out of my mind and have a broke teacher making $50,000 a year teach me how to write. Really? You'd rather sit there and listen to a broke teacher tell you how to write. How about if I give you a book on writing? How about this? I've got a $1,000 course to teach you how to write movie scripts. I can get it to you for free. Will you read it? See what I'm saying? I don't know. Or you participate in the course. Like if y'all know anybody who wants to be a movie writer, I just became friends with a movie writer, and he's got a course to teach you how to be a movie writer, if that's what you want to do. My point being, if I don't have candor and tell you that, if I go, oh, you thinking about taking some community classes? And I go, yeah, you should. Oh, that's awesome. To me, it shows I don't care about you. If I know it's stupid, you're getting ready to stick your finger in an electrical socket. And if all I say is, nice hat, how's your mama and them? And I don't say, bro, that's going to shock the snot out of you. You with me? If I don't have preacher don't have candor, preacher got no value, Chris. Preacher got to tell them the truth sometimes. But some people, they don't want to tell the truth. One of my insurance companies, they always want to hear, what are we doing right? They don't want to hear what they're doing wrong. Does that make sense? Don't make no sense to me. All right, you tell me what I'm doing wrong, I got it. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hire this person. I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna travel to there. Now, do you think I'm attacking what you said? Yeah, you're attacking what I said. Okay. Can we move on with the 13 things you need to change? Does that make sense? Like I'm headed in the direction you're saying. Why are you not heading in the direction I'm saying? Okay. All right. Here we go. This is big to me. Is where you think you are or who you think you are determines so much. Like if you're thinking, this is who I am and this is how much I make, then you're not going to do anything about it. But if you're thinking, this is who I am and this is how much I make, that's called roll the dice. That's called scramble. That's called hustle. That's called risk everything. If you're here and your money's here, you'll do anything to get to here. If your money's here and you think you don't deserve it, you will screw it up and get your money to come down to where you are. So where you think you are is where you'll try to get to. Does that make sense? So I have come to a realization that I'm a billionaire. People say that to me before, and I'll be like, that's a little crazy. A couple hundred millionaire, I can see that. But billionaire? So now what I've got to do is I got to scramble. Does that make sense? So once you decide who you are, then you start scrambling to get to there. That makes sense? Listen to this. You do not believe what you see what you already believe. But people tell me all the time, it's like, I see this. And I go, and they start quoting the facts. Well, I see something different. It's just simply belief. Like, I got this guy, and he put a picture of his girl, his wife up. He said, she's the most beautiful thing in the world. And I'm going, not a fact. Not a fact. As a matter of fact, sometimes I think, is he trying to convince me or is he trying to convince himself? You see what I'm saying? But if you believe that she's the most beautiful thing in the world, then she's the most beautiful thing in the world. If you believe that everybody in the future is going to screw you, then everybody in the future is going to screw you. Whatever you believe is what you see. You don't see what you believe. You see what you believe. You don't believe what you see. Because you go like, I believe this because I see it. And I go, you don't understand how the world works. Whatever you already believe is what you see. So if you believe, and so here's the way some preachers get you to try to do better. You were created by the Creator. You are a son of God. You're a child of God. You're created in God's image. Now you've got to believe you're up here. Now you'll try to do better. Does that make sense? So I'm okay with that. If you can believe that God put you on earth for something special, now you're up here. If that's what you believe, okay? I believe that I'm a billionaire. Does that make sense? Because you're a billionaire, I believe I can write $100 million check to charity, $100 million check to charity, and then the $900 million to go back to $1 billion, and I won't even miss it. Does that make sense? Having a small pond, it's hard to keep koi alive. You get a big pond, it's easier to keep koi alive. That's a true story. I put a little bitty koi pond. My guy said, it's going to be hard to keep them fish alive. I said, how do I keep them alive? He said, build a bigger pond. I said, well, hell, get the bulldozer. Build a bigger pond. Does that make sense? It's easier to keep the fish alive in a bigger pond. It's easier to keep your money alive in a bigger pond. Does that make sense? So the self-concept, the other way to build a self-concept is work your ass off. If you get up before people and work later than people and work harder than people, then you will think you're worth more than people. Weird thing. It is so weird. So candor and belief, and then come together. Riddle, I give you a suggestion. Hire 2 more staff people. Just highly recommend you hire 2 more staff people. You can do it before you become a partner or after. I recommend now or right now. Because my prediction is you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. I've got people that want to get in the business. Too many people replying. I got an ad right now that too many people are applying. I can't hire them and follow up with them, Riddle. Listen to me, Riddle. I'm hiring them, putting in class, but I never got them doing anything. It's because I don't have enough staff to help them get started. It takes more people to get them started than it does to hire them. A ding-dong head could put people in class, get them out of class. A ding-dong head could talk a guy from American Income or Art Williams, or A.O. Williams or Prime America. It could talk them into switching over to us. Getting them going is a full-time job. I'm hiring more people to get them going because I got so many people saying, my company sucks. My company has no culture. They won't help you. They won't call you back. Well, hell, if I bring them over here and I'm the same thing, I don't call them back. I don't have time to sit down with them and show them how to get contracted. I don't show them how to get the paperwork. I don't show them how to run quotes. Now, I, Riddle, ain't going to show them how to run quotes. I'm out. My self-image is way up. Like, matter of fact, day one, I said, I am not a paperwork person. I pretended like I didn't know how to do it. I know how to do paperwork. I ain't going to do it, ever. Except for wiping them out, that kind of paperwork, you know what I'm saying? But not like the writing paperwork. I'm not doing that. Yeah, let's just move on. Does that make sense? You tracking what I'm saying? It's this belief. Okay. All right. So what we're looking for, proof of desire is pursuit. If you're trying, like getting to be a billionaire, okay, getting to have a 747, a G5, okay, is different than a citation. So if you tell me I'm doing pretty good, I'm already driving a BMW, I already got a Tesla. Like, bro, I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. If you're driving this toy, hey, y'all know the favorite car of Yoda, right? Toy Yoda. You with me? A toy Yoda. Okay. All right. So if you got your Toyota, your little Maxim, or any of these cars that everybody knows the name of, you with me? But when you say Bentley, they ain't never sat in a Bentley. If you want to move up, then what happens is you get excited. Goals, baby. You put goals in front of yourself. You say, hey, I want to make $250,000 next year. You will get excited. You with me? I want to make $100,000 next year. You will get excited because you want to double your money. You want to triple your money. You with me? You want to double your money? Write it down. Put it on a piece of paper. Put it on a piece of paper. Write down what you want to make next year and see what that changes. You with me? What you want to do with them little girls? I would like for them to learn another language. Put it down. Write it down and see what happens. Your energy goes through the roof when you write down what you want to do next year. That makes sense. Now, if you put down something stupid that you don't want to do, like lose weight, no energy. No energy. But you put down something you want, something you want to achieve, then you got to back it up with the money required and the time required and the sacrifice required. You don't get something without sacrifice. So what are you going to give up? I give up everything. Okay, then let's do it. Does that make sense? Clear goals that motivate you, raise your excitement level and your enthusiasm, and it also helps you open your eyes. Okay? So like not kidding you. I think I'm going to land in St. Petersburg today, okay, on my jet. I am going to do stuff all night, all day, all night, and then tomorrow morning. So I start thinking I'm going to be there, okay? So when I was coming back Sunday, I'm thinking I'm coming back Sunday, and I was thinking, listen to this. Not only am I thinking what I got to do, I texted 3 people, and I go, I'm going to land at 2 in Raleigh. Help me have something productive to do. That's called hustling. That's called opening to my eyes to opportunity. Okay? I got a text from the athletic director. He said, you going to the bowl game in California, in San Diego? I said, hell yeah. He said, would you bring David and Philip with you? And I was like, David and Philip. David and Philip. David Thompson, national champion. Philip Rivers, quarterback that played with Chargers or somebody or San Diego, or he played NC State, but he played in the NFL. The guy that handed his baby to the Pope and called that the greatest pass of all time. He passed his baby to the Pope. He called that the greatest pass of all time. That guy. I answered, I said, are you talking Rivers and Thompson? So the answer is hell yeah. Immediately, Riddle, are you going to the bowl game? Yeah, immediately. Can you have people in San Diego? Immediately, other friends of mine, can we do something productive while we're doing something productive? Because if I'm satisfied with the Ferrari and the Lambo and the G-Wagon and the Citation and all that stuff, if I'm satisfied, I'm just going to the game. But if I ain't satisfied because I'm thinking I'm worth more and I have a goal in mind, now I got to get creative. This making sense? Creative thinking. If you put down a different income, now you got creative. I got kids to take care of. I got a husband to take care of. I got a job here, and Andy wants me here 8 to 5, and I got to go to church, and all these problems. How you gonna work it? How you gonna fix it? See, let me explain something to you. Here's what rich people think. What do I want? How do I get it? You know what? I believe in it so much. I made a coin. It's the coin of success. On one side it says, how do I get it? The other side is, what do I want? How do I get it? What do I want? Okay? Rich people think all the time, what am I trying to do? How am I going to do it? Poor people think, here's the situation I'm in. Here's the situation. This is what I'm dealing with. Great. That's like, we're all aware of that. As Jeff Wright, you've told me that 17 times that he left you. You've told me that 17 times that you can't see out of one eye. You've told me that you're not a great speaker. You told me that you're a busy person because you're going to school. You told me you're a busy person because you have 13 kids. I got it. I'm not a moron. I got your problem. What do you want and how do you get it? Well, I ain't never thought about that. Right. It's goal time, baby. It's December 2021. 2022's coming up. What you going to do next year? You see how, am I getting through to anybody? Can I get an amen on that or something like that? Or can I get an organ player or something? You get creative when you have a real goal. Oh, hey, okay, good. Yeah, thank you, Marcus. Okay. All right. Hey, Marcus, Proverbs says, as a man thinketh. What do you think about that, bro? Go off on that one with me. Go off on that, Marcus.
As he thinketh in his heart, so is he. 23:7. So as you see yourself, so you will be. If you see yourself as broken, poor, if you see yourself as an ant or a grasshopper, people are going to see you as an ant and a grasshopper. But if you see yourself as successful, you see yourself as prosperous, you see yourself as abundant, you will be abundant, successful, and prosperous.
Okay. Here's the way this goes, Emily. I say, how excited about being with us Monday are you? And you either say, I'm so fired up. It's going to be awesome. It's incredible. Or you say, when I was born, I had a dream to be invited with Daddy. And then I wanted to have a college degree, so I graduated in 2 years. And I got out of college, NC State, in less than 4 years, like in 1 year, just so I could do this. And then I got the invite. How excited do you think I am? Either it's awesome and wonderful, and I'm so excited, or you tell the story. So here we go. You ready? Emily, how excited do you go with us Monday?
Andy, you won't believe it. I have been dreaming about this since the day I was born into the Cats family and seeing it growing up, and just been excited about it. And I can't believe I got this opportunity to go Monday. I'm fired up.
Did your daddy help buy you a car?
Thank you, Daddy.
What's it been like growing up in the Cats family, Emily? Big house, on the ocean, traveling. Your daddy works his butt off.
It's been crazy. I mean, the biggest thing I've learned is just watching my parents chase a dream, the value of hard work, and then seeing it pay off, and just the people I've gotten to meet, and I mean, it's been crazy. We got to meet Vanilla Ice at conference, and just hanging out with you, going to the sidelines of basketball games and watching the coin toss and sitting up in the Wolfpack Den. And it's just cool looking down at all my friends in the student section while I'm being served buffet style. So it's been awesome.
It's been crazy. How excited are you, Terry Edwards, to be going up, hanging out this week?
Man, I am super excited, man. When I was running around in Conway, North Carolina, I was figuring out, man, I was looking around at everybody. I was like, man, it's got to be more than life than this right here. So, man, it was trying everything to get free. Tried the corporate America route. They said I wasn't good enough. Tried the MLM route. Couldn't find a couple of people, man. And I answered a daggone Craigslist ad, bro. And found the opportunity that it really didn't matter what anybody else did. It just mattered what I did. And man, got fired up about it. I can't wait to write the book From Craigslist to Billionaire. That's going to be crazy, man. So the opportunity to go up and hang out with people that I respect, like Paul Roberts, like Andy Albright, like Brian Adams, like Stephen Davies, my boy Andy Riddle. Man, it's a dream come true to be able to rub elbows and learn from people who've already got what you want, and they're willing to share how they got there. So I am super fired up. I'm super grateful, and I can't wait to get down there.
I was going to pull up your income, Terry. What are you tracking to make this year, brother? Not that money matters.
Over 400,000.
Below 400,000. Have you got caught up on your bills and been able to write some checks for charities?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're fired up. Want to write bigger checks. Want to continue to, I want to put a pool in the backyard for the kids. I want to get that done sooner than later.
He don't want to talk about yesterday. He don't want to talk about yesterday. He wants to talk about tomorrow. That's right. He don't want to talk about yesterday. He wants to talk about tomorrow. I want him to tell how big a check he wrote to his alma mater. He wants to talk about the pool he's going to buy. You understand what I'm saying? But you do need to tell him, Terry, because some people need to be able to write this kind of check.
Yeah, man. Me and my wife Tia, we was able to write a check for $15,000 to our alma mater, Elizabeth City State University, this past fall. And the crazy part about it was to be able to take your kids back to kind of like some of your beginnings and where you began to try to, where we began to find ourselves and see a bigger opportunity. It was life-changing for us, but just to see them do it, and then to also see their eyes open up to the possibilities of, if my dad can do this, what more can I do? That's what it's all about, bro. And then also those kids.
$15,000 check. $15,000 check. Like, yeah, who wants to write a $15,000 check to their alma mater? Who wants to give a church $15,000? I want to do 100. You ain't done 15 yet, bro. First check I gave to NC State was $5,000, and I had people just fawning all over me. It's like, Chuck just wrote us a $5,000 check. I look around, I said, I might give him another check. Next thing you know, it was $100,000 a year. A year. But you got to start with the $15,000. Did they act like they appreciated Terry?
Oh my gosh, they were fired up, and it was crazy. Dr. Ariaku, one of my business professors, he's still working there. He remembered everything about my time there. And I told him, I was like, don't get too excited. I said, my goal over the next 24 months is to fly in on a helicopter, land on the 50-yard line, doing homecoming, and write a check for $1 million. So I appreciate it, but I promise you more is on the way.
So there's this person at NC State, and she's trying to get all this stuff from NC State. She's going to give him a $5 million check, and she ain't never give him 50 cents. And I told the head of advancement, I said, she's full of dookie up to her freaking eyeballs. I know for a fact. He said, she ain't never get nothing. It don't work like that, does it, Andy? I said, no, sir. I said, tell me how it does work. He said, they give 5, then they give 10. Chris, you're a preacher. Then they give 15, then they give 20, and then they give 100. That's the way it works. Then they write the $1 million check. Terry, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
That's the way it works. But you got to have a goal. First of all, how broke was you? How messed up was you when you got started with us a few years back?
Man, it was crazy. I lost a 6-figure income. Had moved down to Georgia, a state where we didn't know anybody. We had a house. We had put our house on the market in North Carolina in the middle of February. Nobody's looking for houses, so I had 2 house payments, 2 car notes. I met 2 lawn guys. The whole kit caboodle. Lost my health coverage. Had a pregnant wife, so I had Cobra, which was another house payment. It was crazy, man. Ran through
house payment.
Ran through our savings. We had some money saved up, but when you ain't got it coming in faster than it's going out, it don't make you feel comfortable. So it was crazy, man. The first 3 years in building this business, it was a struggle. But we kept investing and kept believing and kept recruiting. And the thing about it was kept speaking, not our current circumstance, but what it was going to be like, what it's going to be like from day one. Even when I had the little red business developer sticker on my lanyard at family reunion, I was seeing myself as an executive vice president, as a next board member. So I was talking like I owned the company, and I was still just trying to figure this thing out, man. So to see the change in lifestyle, it's been amazing. And still to remain humble and hungry and continue to work. Like, we're not satisfied with where we are. We know that there is more in us. In 2022, my phrase is to pursue boldly. Put away the humility that are sometimes I found myself. This is just for me. I found myself talking myself out of my goals and calling it being humble. Like, not to have a big, hairy, audacious goal, but talk about how humble I am so that I feel comfortable with where I am. But right now, I'm at a point in my life, bro, I feel like it's now or never. So 2022 is, I almost said something I wasn't supposed to say, but it's all systems go. It's like I'm tired of mediocrity. I'm tired of not giving it everything that I got, in spite of it may look like it, or in spite of what I think other people may think or what people may say. I don't care anymore. It's like, I know what God called me to, and I have to pursue that boldly, regardless of what anybody else say. So while we've had a good run, I'm looking for a great run.
You that 400,000, how much of that's overrides and how much of that's personal production?
Overrides is going to probably be like 200 and 220, and personal production probably like 180.
Okay. All right. So if he loses something, personal production, he's still got 220,000 coming in overrides. My greatest decision was deciding to build it, not sell. Did you sell? Hell yeah. Do you love selling? Love people selling. Build it was my decision, though. You with me? January 20, we're going to have a convention like we ain't never had one before. Courtney Long, right here, pictured, don't have Chris no more. Chris had big life insurance policy, okay? She ain't got to work. She going to work. She going to build a business. She got 5 people right now booked at National Convention, and we're going to do us a Chris Long Award. What is a Chris Long Award? Somebody that's excited, team builder, full of life, laughs like crazy, comes into the room, brightens the room, help anybody, take his shirt off his back and give it to somebody. That's who we're looking for, the Chris Long Award. You with me? If you got nominations, and that's not the most sales, not the most recruiting, it's the biggest team player and the biggest fun-loving, excited, great family person. That's who we want to know who you think. And I can't wait to do that. Then we had him on the cover right there. This was in 2014, winter of 2014, that picture was taken. Now you got a little boy, Riker, and it's going to be crazy. Mark Cassetta's coming in, Tim Gode's coming in, Riddle's coming in. I've got I already started taking all my notes and game planning my strategy of what I'm going to talk about. All the speakers are going to know what they're speaking on way ahead of time so that we can make this the greatest national convention we've ever had and the one that springboards us toward the future where I think the brightness is. Okay? Mr. Davies, who you got coming on strong? What's happening in your business? Inspire us, brother.
It's insane right now. It's like I've never seen it before in 21 years of doing this, Andy. It's crazy. I've got a massive crew coming in next week into Dallas. We've got new leaders popping all over. I was just looking at my travel schedule for January and February and March, the whole first quarter, attacking it. What I'm seeing, Andy, is people that were satisfied now are not satisfied. They're making moves. They're investing, and it's starting to happen. I mean, it's starting to happen all over. This year will be the biggest income year for a lot of our people on the team. But next year is going to be even more epic because of what they're doing. They're not reflecting back going, yeah, we killed it this year. I hit agency manager this year. I made this much this year. They're going, everybody is going, what we're going to do next year. I mean, what our goal is to just get so much out of December that January is asking to be put off the calendar because it doesn't want us to do to January what we did December. That's the kind of momentum we're creating going into next year. And I'm seeing it all over the team.
Riddle, how quick can you pull up your income producers? You posted that. Davies, I'm excited about Bill. I'm excited about Eduardo, Sabrina, Austin.
Yep.
Howard, Evan.
Sam Howard just submitted $15,000 and texted me that he is taking over this year.
It's crazy. You got those incomes, Riddle?
Yeah. Do you want the one I posted this week, or do you want the one right now?
The one you posted this week.
Okay, I got it right here.
Read them.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. In 10th, we have Caroline Paul with $2,128. 9th was Brantley Dunn with $2,232. 8th was Crystal with $2,400. 7th was Stephanie Rodriguez with $2,786. 6th was Terry and Tia Edwards with $4,648. 5th was Kyle and Janina Harry with $5,241. 4th was Brian and Crystaline Rojas with $5,702. 3rd place was Marnie Frank with $6,219. 2nd was Jason and Olga Mathis with $8,415. And 1st was me with $13,484.
A week deposited in the checking. And that's just a random week. Is this week better or worse? Let's do this week. Forget better or worse. Have you got it?
I would say it's better, but I don't. It's my computer.
He posts this every week. Posts this every week with his team. How much money are you putting in the bank? What's this week look like?
It's spinning. Which usually means it's
start at number 5. Because this 5th person is going to make $250,000. Remember last deal we was in, Adam, before this? Didn't nobody make $5,000 a week, including me. If we had somebody making $2,000 a month, we threw a party.
Yeah, that was a month, not a week. This is crazy.
Right. And this is Riddle's team and your team and Davies' teams and the Lampy team and Robert's team and the Fitz team and the Katz team and the Leventovich team. So many people making money, but anybody can step up. Leventovich.
Yes, Andy.
I can't remember. Are you meeting me this week? Are you gonna meet me this week, or is it Noel or
Dallas next week? Yes, sir.
You and Noel, or just you?
Both of us. We got a crew coming in.
Top 3 people.
Top 3 people. Income wise. Income wise, last week we got. Let's see. Chris Manifold, 6,100. Katrina Guston, 7,197. Megan Wood, 14,304. And above that. Go ahead.
How much y'all make?
Adding this plus a bunch of other sources we got, we're at about 17,000 for the last 7 days.
Not bad. First time I got in this business and I heard stuff like that, I thought to myself, if these dum-dums can do it, this is over 21 years ago, I said, I'm going to kill this. I'm going to absolutely kill this. Not because I thought I was smarter. It's just I thought I would outwork them. Like I really thought I would outwork them. I didn't think they wanted anything out of life. That was my thinking. I said, I bet they don't want it. Because I could just listen to the way they're talking. They didn't sound hungry to me, Bill. Marcus, they didn't sound hungry. They sounded satisfied. Yours come up. Yeah, Riddle. Still spinning. I'm going to let y'all go because we got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. Thank y'all for plugging in. All the people that I didn't say hello to, I know you're on here. Appreciate you coming in. Let's kill this thing. Get set. Go. Yeah. Next week, Jeff Wright's going to talk about what he's doing and how he's doing it. You're getting all these results. A lot of y'all see it. He's going to talk about how he's getting it done and explain it to you so you can steal it. Swipe and deploy. All right, later.